In this video, I'll show you exactly how to launch an AI automation agency by focusing on local service businesses, plumbers, electricians, HVAC companies, dental practices. Businesses generating between $500,000 and $5 million annually, and actively seeking someone who can solve their operational challenges. No lengthy RFPs to navigate, no endless procurement meetings, just straightforward business. Can you solve this problem? Followed by, where should we send payment? I'll walk you through the precise tech stack to implement, how to build your first automations step by step, and most importantly, how to acquire your initial clients and generate anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 monthly per account. Let's get started. Why this business model works right now. Consider this. There are 33 million small businesses in the United States and over 25 million SMEs across the European Union. The majority are service-based businesses, still operating on systems from 2005. This isn't hyperbole. I wish it were. Whether you're in Texas or Turin, Manchester or Munich, the story is the same. Many small businesses face identical issues. They spend thousands on advertising, but when customers call during busy moments, the call goes unanswered. And every missed call means real money lost, often hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This happens across restaurants, contractors, salons, repair shops, home service providers, and more. It's exactly where AI voice agents and automations can deliver immediate, measurable value. Here's what makes this significant. Recent industry studies across both North America and Europe demonstrate that these businesses can reduce operational costs by 20 to 40% through proper automation implementation. That's not a typo, 20 to 40%. When you enter a business and demonstrate how they can reduce costs by 30% while simultaneously improving customer experience, you transcend the role of vendor. You become indispensable. You become the person they call when anything tech-related comes up. Understanding the fundamental difference is crucial. Enterprise sales involve lengthy processes. You navigate procurement departments, IT reviews, 6-month pilot programs, and countless approval meetings where people whose job titles you don't even understand have to sign off on everything. With local businesses, the owner makes the decision. If you solve their problem, they compensate you. It's direct, efficient, and beautifully straightforward. No committee meetings. No, let me check with corporate. Just results and payment. And you don't need physical office space, large teams, or expensive infrastructure. A laptop, internet connection, and the knowledge I'm sharing in this video constitute your entire operation. Your overhead is basically your coffee budget. Technical foundation, how to start your agency. 1. Domain and website. Let's begin with fundamentals. First requirement, a professional domain name. Many people overspend here, paying $15 to $20 annually through providers like GoDaddy or Namecheap, who then spend the next decade trying to upsell you on everything from premium email to website security packages you definitely don't need. Use Porkbun instead. You can secure a .com domain for $5 to $8 annually, SSL certificate included, with no hidden fees or unnecessary upsells. Yes, it's called Porkbun. Yes, it sounds ridiculous. No, that doesn't matter because your clients will never know where you bought your domain. Even as you're launching, having your domain, something like yourcompany.com, immediately positions you as a legitimate business entity. Professional perception matters significantly in early-stage client acquisition. Nobody's going to pay you $2,000 if your email is still coolguy47@gmail.com. Now, your website. Forget WordPress, forget Elementor, forget complicated page builders entirely. I know everyone and their grandmother has a WordPress site, but we're trying to move fast here, not spend 3 weeks choosing the perfect theme. Use Bolt.new instead. This platform is revolutionary. You simply describe your requirements in natural language and it constructs your website. For example, create a landing page for my AI automation agency featuring a compelling hero section, services overview, and contact form, and it executes. Like magic, except it's actually just really good AI. The advantage? You pay once to create your site, Then host it free on Netlify. Zero monthly hosting expenses. No complex configurations. It's genuinely plug and play. Your WordPress friends are still trying to figure out why their plugins aren't compatible while you're already live and taking clients. 2. The core platform, Callin.io. Now, the core platform that changes everything. It's called Callin.io, and it's a white label platform for AI voice agents and conversational chatbots. Think enterprise-grade software that enables you to build AI phone agents, voice receptionists, conversational chatbots, and importantly, includes N8N automation hosting directly within the platform. Plans begin at approximately $30 monthly, and you'll evaluate the appropriate tier based on your client's call volumes. The value proposition relative to cost is exceptional. You're essentially getting software that would have cost $50,000 to build custom 5 years ago for the price of a couple of pizzas per month. The platform includes everything: voice agents, website chatbots, and N8N automation tools ready to deploy. It's your complete solution in one integrated system. No duct taping together 17 different tools and praying they all play nice with each other. 3. Original Callin.io setup. Let me show you precisely how to configure Callin.io and create your first AI voice agent. This is where it gets fun. First step, sign up for Callin.io. Shocking, I know. Once inside the platform, your initial task is configuring DNS settings with your domain. This enables your white label branding, so when clients access the interface, they see your brand, not Callin.io. Because nothing screams, "I don't know what I'm doing," quite like showing a client an interface with someone else's company name all over it. Create your first agent by navigating to Create New Agent, and this is where you configure your AI's personality and voice characteristics. This is actually pretty cool because you get to play God for a minute, deciding how your AI sounds and acts. Voice selection is important. You have multiple options, but I recommend choosing something professional yet approachable. Avoid overly robotic tones because nobody wants to talk to HAL 9000 when they're calling about their clogged toilet, but maintain appropriate business formality. You're not creating a podcast buddy here. Write the conversational script. This is fundamental. The script dictates AI behavior, conversation flow, and response patterns. Here's an example for a plumbing company. Good morning, thank you for calling company name. This is AI name. How may I assist you today? Are you experiencing an emergency, or would you like to schedule an appointment for maintenance service? Notice how it's natural, professional, and immediately qualifies the call type. You're not making small talk about the weather, you're getting straight to business. Phone number setup comes next. You can purchase a number directly through Callin.io or configure call forwarding from the client's existing number. I recommend starting with a new number for testing, then migrating the actual business number once everything is validated. Trust me, you don't want to test your half-baked AI on real customer calls. That's a recipe for disaster and a very angry client. Now here's the powerful part: booking system integration. Use Cal.com instead of Google Calendar. Why? Cal.com is free for basic usage and significantly more stable. It's purpose-built for appointment scheduling, whereas Google Calendar is purpose-built for reminding you about meetings you don't want to attend. The integration is direct. Connect Cal.com to Callin.io, and your AI can view real-time availability and book appointments with zero human intervention. Imagine this scenario. Someone calls at 11 p.m. because they just discovered water pooling under their sink. The AI answers, qualifies the customer, checks the calendar, identifies an available slot for the day after tomorrow at 10 a.m., books the appointment, and sends SMS confirmation. Completely automated while the business owner is sleeping peacefully, dreaming about profit margins. Your primary service offering, the AI receptionist. Now let's discuss the service you should focus on initially. This is critical, so pay close attention. The most profitable and easiest service to sell is an AI receptionist with automated appointment booking. I've tested dozens of offerings, and this one wins every single time. Why? Because it addresses a problem that directly impacts revenue. Every missed call represents $500 to $2,000 in lost business. This isn't theoretical economics. This is actual money leaving their business daily while they're busy doing actual work. Consider these business types: Dental practices, hair salons, law firms, medical clinics, plumbing companies, HVAC services, cleaning companies, home repair businesses, all of these operate on appointment-based models. They all face the same challenge. Either employ someone to answer phones full-time at $30,000 plus annually, subscribe to an answering service costing hundreds monthly, or worse, simply miss calls entirely and pretend it's not happening. Your AI receptionist outperforms human staff in several key areas. It never calls in sick, especially not on Monday mornings. It takes no lunch breaks. It never becomes frustrated with that one customer who calls every week with the same question. And here's the kicker: it can handle multiple simultaneous calls. Try getting your human receptionist to do that without having a mental breakdown. Now, regarding pricing structure, setup fee, $800 to $2,000. This is your one-time implementation fee. Monthly retainer, $300 to $800 for ongoing maintenance and monitoring. Your costs? Minimal. Even with 100 monthly calls averaging 3 minutes each, your expenses remain remarkably low. We're talking maybe $50 to $100 in actual costs. The profit margins are exceptional, which is a polite way of saying you're going to make a lot of money. This service is your entry point. It's straightforward to explain, easy to demonstrate, and solves a tangible problem that impacts the business owner's bottom line daily. You're not selling them on some abstract digital transformation nonsense. You're selling them on never missing another call. Advanced automations, the plumbing company case study. Now we reach the most powerful component. This is where you transition from someone who configured an AI receptionist to the automation expert who completely transformed the client's operations. I'll demonstrate 4 complete systems you can implement for a plumbing company. These systems work identically for virtually any service business, so don't worry if you're not particularly passionate about plumbing. System 1, the call capture engine. This is your foundation system that captures every incoming call and converts it into a booked appointment. It's beautiful in its simplicity. Here's the practical flow. A call arrives on callin.io. The AI receptionist answers. First action, qualify the specific problem. Are you experiencing a leak? A clogged drain? Do you need a new fixture installed? Simple questions, but they matter. Second, assess urgency. This is crucial for plumbers because there's a significant difference between I have a small drip under my kitchen sink that I've been ignoring for 3 months and my basement is flooding right now and I'm standing in 6 inches of water. One can wait until Tuesday, the other cannot. The AI checks the calendar in real time and books the appointment in the appropriate slot. Emergency situations get emergency slots. Routine requests get standard slots. It's logical, it's efficient, and it happens in about 90 seconds. Now, the moment that appointment is confirmed, a webhook triggers N8N. This is where the automation becomes powerful and, frankly, kind of impressive. N8N sends an SMS confirmation to the customer. Hello, Mario. Your appointment for sink repair is confirmed for Thursday, December 15th at 10 a.m. Then it sends a detailed email, including a PDF with pre-visit preparation instructions, information about the assigned technician, and a link for rescheduling if necessary. Because life happens and people need to reschedule. That's normal. Simultaneously, it notifies the team, sends a Slack message to the assigned plumber with all the job details, an SMS to the manager so they're in the loop, and updates the CRM if one exists. It doesn't end there because we're thorough. 24 hours before the appointment, an automatic SMS reminder deploys. 2 hours before, a second reminder with the technician's GPS location sends so the customer knows exactly when to expect them. Zero human intervention. Zero missed calls. Customer continuously updated. Team always informed. It's the kind of system that makes you wonder how businesses ever functioned without it. Spoiler, they functioned poorly. System 2, the Review Multiplication Engine. This system is exceptionally powerful, and honestly, it's one of my favorites because the results are so visible. Here's the problem with plumbers, and really most service businesses. They perform excellent work, but have maybe 12 Google reviews because there's no systematic process for requesting them. They finish a job, say, "Thanks, have a nice day," and never follow up. Ever. It's leaving money on the table. Here's the solution. When a job is marked complete in the system, wait 2 hours to allow the customer to return home and settle. Nobody wants to be pestered for a review while they're still processing the bill. Then use AI to generate a personalized message. Not a generic template that feels like spam and gets immediately deleted, but an authentic message written specifically for that customer and that job. Something like, "Hi Maria, it was a pleasure helping you with your sink repair today. How did everything go with Tony? We'd love to hear your thoughts." Notice how it's warm, personal, and mentions specifics. Include a link that goes somewhere useful. Here's the intelligent approach, and this is crucial. If the rating is 4 or 5 stars, redirect automatically to Google Reviews. If it's below 4 stars, direct to a private feedback form visible only to you. Why this approach? Because if there's an issue, you want to address it privately before it becomes a public negative review that lives on the internet forever. You want to fix the problem, not broadcast it to everyone in a 50-mile radius. If the customer doesn't click within 48 hours, N8N automatically sends a second, shorter message after 2 days. Nothing intrusive or desperate, just a gentle reminder that you'd appreciate their feedback. Want to elevate this further? Add sentiment analysis. When a review is submitted, AI analyzes it. Positive reviews get automatically posted to social media with customer permission. Negative reviews trigger immediate manager alerts for intervention, so they can fix the situation before it escalates. Result? Your clients go from 12 reviews to 120 reviews in 90 days. This literally dominates the local market. When someone searches "plumber near me," guess who appears first? Not the guy with 12 reviews from 2019.
System 3, the intelligent booking engine. This system addresses a problem costing businesses thousands of dollars monthly, and most business owners don't even realize it's happening. Here's the typical scenario that plays out every single day. Someone completes a website form at 9 p.m. because they just discovered a problem and can't sleep until they've done something about it. The plumber sees the form at 8 a.m. the next morning when they check their email with their coffee. Too late. The customer already called someone else at 7 a.m. because they were anxious and wanted immediate confirmation. Business lost. Here's how the intelligent system functions instead. Form submitted on website immediately triggers a webhook in N8N. Within 60 seconds, not 11 hours, the customer receives an SMS. "Hello, Marco. We received your request regarding the water leak. We're checking availability. I'll contact you within 2 minutes." Now, N8N uses AI to analyze urgency based on keywords. Words like flooding, severe leak, no water trigger the emergency pathway. Words like estimate, installation, inspection route to standard process. The AI is smart enough to know the difference between a crisis and a project. If it's an emergency, the AI calls the customer directly through callin.io. Yes, the AI initiates the call rather than waiting. It verifies the problem, proposes an emergency slot within 2 hours, and sends an SMS with the technician's estimated arrival time. For routine requests, the AI sends SMS with 3 available slots. "We can visit you. A. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. B. Day after tomorrow at 2 p.m. C. Friday at 9 a.m. Reply with A, B, or C. Customer responds with a letter. N8N processes the response, automatically books on cal.com, and sends all confirmations and reminders. All of this while the business owner is sleeping, having dinner with family, watching Netflix, doing literally anything else. The system operates 24/7 without complaining about overtime pay. Close rate increases by 30 to 40% purely from response speed. That's not even counting the improved customer experience. People love getting instant responses. It makes them feel valued and important, which they are because they're about to pay you several $100s. System 4, the automated dashboard. Final system, equally important even though it sounds boring. Business owners want operational visibility without spending hours analyzing dashboards and reports because they have actual businesses to run. Solution. Every morning at 8 a.m., N8N automatically collects all previous day's data. Total calls received, appointments booked, reviews received, estimated revenue, missed opportunities. All the numbers that actually matter. Then it uses GPT to generate an intelligent summary. Not just raw numbers that require interpretation, but actual insights a human would provide. Yesterday, you received 16 calls, 12 appointments booked, 75% conversion rate. This is 5% above your average, which means you're doing something right. Emergency calls increased versus last week, so you might want to consider allocating more emergency slots to capture that demand. It sends everything via email to the owner with full details, a quick summary via SMS so they can check it while drinking their morning coffee, and posts to a dedicated Slack channel for the whole team. The owner wakes up, checks their phone, and in 30 seconds understands exactly how the business is performing. No logging into 5 different dashboards, no exporting spreadsheets, no math. Just clear, actionable information delivered exactly when they need it. Acquiring your first clients. Now you have the tech stack and understand system building. The question becomes, how do you acquire your initial clients? Because having the skills means nothing if nobody's paying you. Listen, the most effective strategy is starting with your existing network. I know this sounds obvious, but most people skip this step because they think it's somehow cheating or not real marketing. It's not cheating, it's smart. Consider how many businesses you know in your area. Friends, family, former colleagues who launched their own companies. That guy from college who started a landscaping business. Your cousin who opened a dental practice. Your neighbor who runs a small HVAC company. Send them a message like this. Hey Marco, I noticed you operate a business where answering every call is probably critical. I've specialized in AI automation and have configured an AI receptionist system that never misses a call and can book appointments automatically. Would you be interested in seeing a quick demonstration? It's simple, direct, non-invasive. You're not being pushy or salesy, and most importantly, it offers immediate value instead of vague promises about digital transformation or other consulting buzzwords that make people's eyes glaze over. Now, for your first 2 to 3 clients, implement the case study pricing strategy. Instead of requesting $2,000 for setup, request $1,000 with the explicit condition that you'll use this project as a portfolio piece and they'll provide a testimonial upon completion. This makes the decision straightforward for the client. They're receiving an exceptional service at half price, and you're gaining real-world experience and testimonials for future client acquisition. Everyone wins. You get paid while learning, they get a discount, and 3 months from now, you have case studies to show other prospects. And understand this clearly. Never position yourself as a beginner. Never say, I'm just starting out, or this is my first project. Position yourself as an AI automation specialist offering limited-time discounted pricing to build your portfolio in their specific industry. The perception is completely different. One sounds like an amateur asking for a favor. The other sounds like a professional offering a strategic opportunity. Which one do you think closes more deals? Before you even have actual clients, do this. Configure a demonstration AI receptionist for a fictional business. Perhaps create one for Mario's Plumbing Services or Rossi Dental Practice. Make it realistic. Give it a real-sounding script and proper functionality. Then, record a video where you call the number and demonstrate how the AI responds, handles questions, and books an appointment. This video is pure gold. It's worth more than any sales pitch you could possibly write. Why? Because it's the difference between saying, I can build AI receptionists, and saying, here's the number, call it right now and interact with the AI I built. It's live, it's functional, test it yourself. Demonstration beats description every single time. People don't want to hear about what you can do, they want to see it working right now. Create a list of 20 potential clients in your local area. Not random businesses you found on Google Maps, but businesses where you know this service would solve a real problem. Businesses with phones that ring frequently. Businesses where missed calls equal lost revenue. Research each one thoroughly. Review their websites and see how outdated they are.
Read their reviews and notice customers complaining about not being able to get through on the phone. Identify specific pain points you can address. Then, send personalized messages to 10 prospects. Not generic copy-paste messages that scream mass email blast, but messages demonstrating you've done research and actually understand their business. Offer your case study rate, include the demo video link, and invite them to call your demo number to test it themselves. Make it interactive, make it real, make it impossible to ignore. The delivery process, 4 weeks to launch. You've acquired your first client, congratulations. Now you need to deliver. And this is where many people fail because they improvise their way through it and hope for the best. Instead, you'll follow a precise 4-week process that ensures consistent results every single time. Week 1 is discovery and initial configuration. Schedule a kickoff call where you ask specific questions. What services do you offer exactly? What are your pricing structures? How do you typically communicate with clients? What are the most frequent questions you receive? What are your operating hours? Collect all this information and use it to configure the AI receptionist. Write the script, set the personality, choose the voice. Everything must reflect the client's brand. If they're formal and professional, the AI should be formal and professional. If they're casual and friendly, the AI should match that energy. Week 2 is integration and testing. Connect the AI to their booking system, whether that's cal.com or Google Calendar. Set up the phone number and routing, then test extensively. I mean really extensively. Call the number 30, 40, 50 times with different scenarios. Attempt to break it, ask unusual questions, test edge cases. What happens if I request a service you don't offer? Or, what happens if I want to book on a day you're closed? Or, what if I ask about your competitor? You must identify problems before the client does, and definitely before their actual customers do. Because nothing ruins a launch quite like a customer calling on day 1 and discovering the AI has no idea what to do with their question. Week 3 is client review and refinement. Provide the client access to test the system. Have their team test it as well. Collect all feedback in a single batch. Don't make changes ad hoc every time someone mentions something. Collect everything, then work on revisions systematically. Adjust the script, refine the booking logic, fine-tune the voice tone. Then have them test again. Iterate until it's right. This is where good becomes great. Week 4 is deployment and training. Port their actual number or set up call forwarding. Provide training on call monitoring and dashboard access. Supply documentation on how everything functions, and make sure it's clear enough that they won't need to call you every time something minor happens. And go live. 4 weeks start to finish. You've generated $1,000 to $2,000, and you've proven your value. Now comes the fun part. Multiplying your revenue by 5. Listen carefully, because this separates those who make a few thousand monthly from those who build a genuine business that could eventually sell for 7 figures. That AI receptionist generating $1,000 to $2,000? It's only your entry point. It's the door that gets you inside the client's business. Once you're in and they trust you, everything else becomes easier. Once you've proven value with the initial project, you begin identifying additional automation opportunities. Trust me, every business has dozens of them. They're just waiting for someone to point them out and offer solutions. Consider immediate upsells. SMS appointment reminders? Add $200 monthly. Automated email follow-up sequences? $300 monthly. Call recording and transcription for quality assurance? $250 monthly. Lead scoring based on call content? $400 monthly. These are simple additions that provide obvious value and take you minimal time to implement once you have the base system running. Then, medium-term opportunities. Outbound calling campaigns for follow-ups or re-engagement? $800 monthly. AI chatbot for their website matching the voice agent's personality? $600 monthly. Internal automations for staff workflows? $1,000 monthly. And long-term partnerships. Monthly retainer for continuous optimization and new feature development. Full business automation audit where you analyze everything and recommend improvements. Custom AI tool development specific to their industry.
The key is positioning yourself as their AI automation partner, not a one-time vendor who disappears after installation. You want to be the person they call when anything automation-related comes up. Here's the approach. After 30 days of the AI receptionist being active, schedule a follow-up call. Don't wait for them to call you because they won't. They're busy running their business. Say something like this. Now that we've had the AI receptionist running for a month, I've analyzed the call data and identified 5 areas where we could implement automation to save even more time and money. We can quote each project individually, or we could work on a monthly basis where I continuously improve your operations with AI. Most of my clients prefer the monthly option because it's more cost-effective and allows us to move faster.
Notice how you're giving them options but recommending the retainer model, because retainers are beautiful. Predictable monthly revenue, no feast or famine cycles, just steady income you can count on. With just 3 to 5 clients on retainer at $500 to $1,500 monthly, you're looking at $5,000 to $15,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Add in the occasional new client setup fee, and you're running a legitimate 6-figure business within a year. That's not theoretical, that's math. Critical mistakes to avoid. Let me share the mistakes I consistently see from beginners. If you avoid these 3 errors, you're ahead of 90% of people attempting this, and that's not an exaggeration. Mistake number 1, trying to learn everything before starting. Analysis paralysis. They watch tutorial after tutorial, read documentation for weeks, want to become experts before taking any action. They're still preparing 6 months later while other people are already making money. It doesn't work that way. You learn by doing. Set up your first AI receptionist demo, then find an actual client. You'll learn more from one real project with real constraints and real deadlines than from 100 tutorials. The tutorials won't tell you what to do when a client requests something weird. Real projects will. Mistake number 2, underpricing. Yes, I told you to offer a discount for initial clients, but don't go too low. Don't charge $200 or $300 because you're nervous about asking for real money. Even at $1,000, you're providing tremendous value when you consider how many missed calls and how much lost revenue you're preventing. You're saving them money and making them money. Price accordingly. Don't request $200 or $300. It makes you appear inexperienced and attracts difficult clients who don't value your work. Then they complain about every minor detail because they think they can since they're not paying that much anyway. Bad clients are worse than no clients. Trust me on this. Mistake number 3, overcomplicating the first build. I've seen people who, for their first client, want to build this incredibly complex system with 20 different automations, integrations with every possible tool, custom dashboards with real-time analytics, and AI that probably achieves consciousness. No. Just no. Start with basic AI receptionist functionality. Make it work perfectly. Deliver something that functions well and provides clear value. Then iterate and add features afterward once you have their trust and their money. Better done than perfect. Ship something that works, then improve it. Don't spend 3 months building the perfect system that never launches because you keep adding just one more feature. Your 7-day action plan. Let me recap everything and provide you with a precise action plan for the next week. If you follow this plan, you could have your first paying client within 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe sooner if you move fast. Day 1. Go to Porkbun and purchase your domain. Then use bolt.new to create your website. Host it on Netlify. This should take you a couple of hours maximum. Don't over-perfect the site. Nobody's going to scrutinize every pixel. Create something clean and professional, then move forward. Done is better than perfect. Days 2 and 3. Sign up for Callin.io. Configure DNS settings and build your first demo AI receptionist. Create it for a fictional business, like a dental practice or plumbing company. This is where you learn how the platform functions, so take the necessary time. Don't rush this part because this demo is your sales tool. Day 4. Intensive testing. Call your demo AI 30, 40, 50 times. Try different scenarios. Ask unusual questions. Pretend you're the most difficult customer imaginable. See where it breaks and fix it. This demo must be perfect because it will be your primary sales tool. If it fails during a demo call with a prospect, you're done.
Day 5. Create your demo video. Record yourself calling the AI number, interacting with it, booking an appointment. Show how it functions in real time. Don't worry about production quality. Your iPhone camera is fine. This video will be your secret weapon in sales conversations. It transforms skeptics into believers. Day 6. Create a list of 20 potential clients in your local area. Not random businesses, but businesses where you know this service would solve a real problem. Research each one. Review their websites. Read the reviews. Identify specific pain points you can mention in your outreach. Day 7. Outreach. Send personalized messages to 10 prospects. Not generic messages, but messages demonstrating you've done research. Offer your case study rate. Include the demo video link. And invite them to call your demo number to test it themselves. 7 days. That's all you need to be operational and begin acquiring clients. 1 week from today, you could be having your first sales conversation. Conclusion. The opportunity here is massive, and I don't use that word lightly. Every business needs AI, but very few actually know how to implement it. Whether you're in Chicago or Copenhagen, Los Angeles or London, the demand is through the roof, while supply of people who genuinely know how to execute this work is limited. The gap between what businesses need and what's available is enormous. And here's what's beautiful. You don't need to be an AI researcher. You don't need to be a software engineer with 10 years of experience. You don't need a computer science degree. You simply need to understand how to connect these tools to solve real business problems. That's it. While everyone is trying to build the next ChatGPT wrapper that nobody asked for, or the next revolutionary productivity app that solves a problem that doesn't exist, you can build an agency generating $50,000 monthly within 6 months. 0 employees, 0 funding, 0 complex tech stack. Just you, these no-code AI tools, and the willingness to engage with business owners who have genuine problems to solve and money to pay people who solve them. Quick recap of what you need to do. Domain on Porkbun, website with bolt.new, callin.io for your white label platform. Focus on AI Receptionist as your primary offering. Use N8N for advanced automations like the review multiplier and intelligent booking engine. Target plumbers, electricians, HVAC companies, dentists. All these service businesses desperately need assistance, and most of them don't even know this technology exists yet. Build your demo, conduct local outreach, deliver value. It's that simple. Not easy, but simple. There's a difference. Your first client is waiting for you out there. You probably already know them. They're probably 10 minutes from your home, dealing with missed calls right now while you're watching this video. The question isn't whether the opportunity exists. The opportunity absolutely exists. The question is, will you seize it? Will you take action? Or will you watch another 47 videos about starting an AI agency without ever actually starting one? If you found this video valuable, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content on AI automation and online business. And if you have questions, write them in the comments. I read every single comment and respond. Now stop watching videos, stop reading articles, and go build something. Seriously. Close this video and start day 1 of your 7-day plan. Let's go.